everybody, and we're back.
Good start.
Week 15 of the NFL has come and gone. A lot of interesting stuff happened. A lot of key injuries went down. The playoff picture is becoming clearer. And this past Sunday, I was actually at SoFi Stadium. And it is true. We have now reduced ourselves to clickbait titles. So let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
So we did it, Eric. We're at the bottom of the barrel now.
Believe the hype. We're doing clickbait, baby.
We're disgusting. we're horrible people. We're horrible internet people, which
Yes.
is just even worse.
We're the first people who have ever lied on the internet.
God damn, really? God, actually, that's kind of cool. This weekend I went to see the Chargers game at SoFi. And so since it's the second time I've gone to see them play at SoFi, and it's the second time they lose, my family's banned me from going. They're like, no mas, you're donezo. You can't go. You're not allowed.
You cut off, kid.
Cut off. So there you go. That's what that meant. Let's get into some actual fun topics. So let's talk a little football. You like football? Let's talk football.
I love football.
So week 15 was actually pretty interesting. I like this point of the year because now you're starting to figure out which teams are good, which teams are not, which teams are which games are worth watching, which ones aren't. And so it actually frees us up a lot because now I don't have to watch all the games. I only have to watch games that are important. And so actually it'll make this show a little bit shorter. Also, we're not going to be doing predictions today. We're going to be doing them Wednesday if everything goes well. So this is just recap of the week. That's the thing that's different. As always, comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff really helps me out. Let's get into it. Let's start with Thursday Night Football, a really boring-ass game between the Rams and the 49ers.
As soon as I saw it was a rainy game, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, two California teams in the rain. Yeah. Snooze fest, no touchdowns. 49ers are basically dead.
It's not a scoregami, is it?
I don't think so, no. Is there anything else you think that's even important to mention about this game? Let me see if I can fix this a little.
Rams, their positioning, I would suppose.
Sure. I mean, like, listen, the Rams have taken over the NFC West with the loss of the Seahawks, the loss of the 49ers. So they're firm, like I told you, the Rams are firmly in control of their destiny. All they have to do is win out, and they'll be fine. So, good for them, I guess. It's a divisional win. It was just boring football. What are you doing?
I was trying to be subtle.
Yeah, but you know the image is here. Like, it's that one.
I know, that's what I was trying to open up the playoff picture.
I have it here.
You do?
Yeah, you want to see the playoff picture?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all the way here at the bottom.
Wow.
You could have just asked.
That's a really... Okay,
here you go.
These slides are really impressive.
Right? Thank you.
Very
So,
professional.
I try. It's almost like I do this for a living. So it's Rams are 8-6 right now, followed by the Seahawks, who are at 8-6 as well. However, they have the tiebreaker apparently.
This is the updated one where the Seahawks lost?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so we can get back to the recap.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it again. So that's the only thing that really matters about this game. Boring, but Rams played good football. They're playing actually really good football.
Got hot at the right time.
Exactly. Next, you got the Chiefs embarrassing the Browns, basically. Freaking Jameis got benched again, unfortunately for him. The big news from this game is Patrick Mahomes got injured in it. It's an ankle sprain. It's going to be week to week, and this is a terrible week for that to happen because A, it's a short week because they play on Saturday against the Texans, which is not going to be an easy game, and B, it's a short second week because they play on Christmas, so they're going to be playing, what is it, 3 football games between a 10-11 day span. That's not a good span, and 2 good defenses. So it's not really good for your QB to get injured right in the middle of that. So we'll see how that goes. Next, we have the Bengals playing the Titans. Again, this game really doesn't matter. I'll give you the stat that matters for this game. You ready?
Hit me.
Okay. Bengals, 2 fumbles, 2 INTs. Titans, 2 fumbles, 4 INTs. This is actually really funny because they benched Will Levis after he threw 3 touchdowns and a fumble. And Mason Rudolph comes in, INT. So,
I did hear that also Will Levis's ex-girlfriend was at this game and he got benched.
Oh, dude, it's. Will Levis has looked okay at times, but at times he's looked like a total idiot. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what the Titans are gonna do. Maybe they can fix him. Who knows? But right now, because this is not a good QB draft.
Let me get
at least that's what I've heard. What's up?
Let me get a couple comments in here from Chuck says, anyway, you not going to Chargers game, I agree, but go to the Denver games. Ha ha ha. I think I know what you mean.
Never. You are our enemy this week, Chuck. You jinxed us. This is all because of you.
Sandman says that guy who quit on the Niners. What was that?
Oh yeah, you didn't see.
No.
Right. I almost forgot. It happened so long ago. A Niners player quit in the middle of the game. He was just like, "Nah, I don't want to play anymore," and he left.
Didn't Antonio Brown do that?
Yes, but Antonio Brown did it in a wild, crazy way. He took off his shirt and
In
stuff.
a very memeable way.
Yeah, this guy just left. He just walked out. He was a linebacker.
Does he get paid still?
I have no idea. He just left. So it was like, okay, I've never seen that before, but it's let's just say it does not bode well for his career. I think he knows that he's retired. Like, I would not hire that. Let's just say I would not hire that guy. Okay.
And just goes Becerra says he lost on his first round of fantasy playoffs because his dumbass, his words,
Okay.
benched Neighbors for Thielen.
Dude, that sucks. I feel you. I scored 170 points and did not go against anybody, so they were just wasted. That was a grade A ass whooping that I didn't get to hand anybody. It's like it was like the greatest round of I don't know, just airboxing. Like it sucks. The greatest punches of the freaking season.
These are all knockout punches. These are all knockouts.
I'm not hitting anybody. It sucks.
Oh, and Chuck Dominguez talking shit. Hell yeah, second in the division, losers. We'll see after this week. I was gonna pick the Broncos, but now I'm irrational.
Listen, we'll get to that. We'll get to that game on Wednesday. Boom! You see that? You see what
that's
I
good
did?
clickbait.
Yeah,
We're doing
there you
clickbait
go.
now.
There you go. It's called the tease, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, actually, congratulations on you, because now you know what? Your team is gonna come in on Thursday. Less pressure on them. They're not gonna feel the pressure, and you need the pressure, especially this time of season.
Silk sheets you got.
Exactly. Let's continue. We have the Commanders barely surviving the Saints.
Yeah, what was that?
It was a weird game. Honestly, it was a weird game. They benched the Saints benched their starting QB and they put in the rookie.
The
Spencer
Saints
Rattler.
have a starting QB?
Well, it was Derek Carr. He got injured. Then it was another guy who's I don't even care what his name is because he got benched. And they put in the rookie Spencer Rattler. Dude was orchestrating a comeback. They had the tie, but they went for 2 points and they lost. So
Very ballsy.
listen, I don't know what this means for the Commanders because the Saints have been playing, feisty. They've been feisty, but again, against a third-string QB, and they barely managed to squeak out a victory. I don't know what this means. Again, I don't know what this means.
I have a feeling the Saints are not a bad team. They just have a bad coach, and
Well, they
they need to keep. Derek Carr's not the guy.
Well, not when he has his arm broken and without Taysom Hill.
Well, maybe he should stop getting it broken.
Fair. Next, we have the Rams just giving an ass whooping to the new. I'm sorry, the Ravens just giving an ass whooping to the New Jersey Giants. This boy Lamar Jackson, he good. 21 out of 25, 290 yards, 5 TDs. We got a Jackson 5, everybody.
Ooh.
355 total yards, and still not the most impressive quarterback performance of this weekend. Still,
Top 3?
Sure, why not? Yeah, the definite top 3. I don't know.
Chop.
I need some water.
Chop it.
Anyway, this game was not a surprise for anybody. We expected an ass whooping. We expected the Giants to be tanking. We expected the Ravens to come out feisty, angry because they lost. So they look pretty good.
I keep waiting for it to be somewhat of a trap game. One of these Giants games.
A trap for who? For themselves? For the players who go there to ruin their careers?
Well, they're bad at tanking.
True. Next, honestly, this was a disappointment. The Cowboys beat the Panthers 30-14. Listen, if the Panthers were trying to tank, good for them. If they were trying to give hope to their franchise, to their fans, they did the opposite. I don't know what I was expecting. I expected them to actually play good football, but the Cowboys defense showed up. 6 sacks, 2 INTs, 2 recovered fumbles. Bryce Young did not look good the way that he'd been playing the last few weeks. So sucks for them. Unfortunate, but at least the proper way to tank.
Yeah, the real winners were the Panthers.
Definitely.
Let's be real.
Yeah, and with that, the Carolina Panthers are officially eliminated from playoff contention. So, you hung in there. Good for you guys.
You know what? Next season when we do these, I'm gonna set up like a little GIF of the players with the Smash Brothers thing going like this.
No, you do that. Yeah, that sounds cool. Master hand.
Yeah.
I like it. Next on what was actually a watchable game. Surprisingly enough, the Jets beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 32-25. Dude, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers starting to look pretty good.
Terrible timing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things. Aaron Rodgers actually ran a few times. So it's one of those things where you're like, is it because Aaron was still not 100% healthy from his ankle? Was he still not trusting it? Did they need a little bit more time to develop their chemistry? The point is, last week they looked better. This week they're looking even better. So maybe the New Jersey job is not as terrible as we thought. However, it is still the Jets, so I wouldn't take it. I mean, if I'm Mike Vrabel, I don't know if I'd take it. If I'm Bill Belichick, I might take it just for the lulz. But Bill Belichick got hired by the University of North Carolina, so I think now they'd have to pay the University of North Carolina like $10 million to get him. So not exactly sure how that's going to work, but point is, I like this. Because I did not want Aaron Rodgers, to retire looking like that. That would have been very, very bad for the sport.
I think overall it's gonna look. He's gonna have to take his lashes for this season,
of course,
for sure.
Fair enough.
I think when you're a guy as controversial as him, you have to. At least before it was like, well, he's winning MVP every year, So it's like you gotta kind of, he can talk whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Now he's just a silly dude who's losing a bunch of games with the Jets.
Yeah.
But I kind of have a little bit of hope that maybe at least next season he can take him to the playoffs at the very least. That would be an okay send-off. Be like, hey, break that freaking 15-year playoff drought, right?
Sure.
That'd be good enough.
Good enough. Next, the Miami Dolphins getting beat by the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans winning 12-20, officially clinching a playoff spot. Second year in a row. Congratulations, fellas. Stats that told the game. The defense for the Texans, 3 sacks, 3 INTs, 1 fumble recovered. Tua, 20 out of 40, 196 yards, 1 TD. They just dominated.
Oh, yeah.
And they're feisty. They're a dangerous group. And so the Chiefs going up against this bunch, on a short week.
With an injured frogman.
Yep. Let's say it's going to be interesting.
And I'm just going to say Tua ain't beating those fraud allegations on December.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Next, on one of the surprises of the weekend, and not for the reasons you might expect, the Broncos shellacking the Indianapolis Colts 31-13, but don't let the score fool you. The game actually looked like it's going to be a Bo Pick's game. He had 3 INTs in 1 point. Actually, his total stats are 20 out of 33, 130 yards, 3 TDs, 3 INTs for 153 total yards, which is not good. Fortunately for him, Anthony Richardson also sucked. 17 out of 38, 172 yards, 2 INTs. He ran for 46 yards and a touchdown. Fortunately for the Broncos, Bo Nix, Sean Payton trusted Bo Nix to keep playing, and he managed to recover from the first half. But the Colts kind of just threw away the game at one moment, and it's this one right here. Frickin' Jonathan Taylor letting go of the football before crossing the end zone.
He pulled a Jets?
He pulled a Jets. He pulled a Deshaun Watson. No, is it Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah.
And just Ball falls out of the end zone. It becomes a touchback?
You know, you would think these guys are like masters of spatial awareness, right? Like, I've seen these motherfuckers make the wildest catches where they twist their bodies like a damn pretzel and they go tippy-toe.
Dude, from this point on, the Broncos outscored the Colts 24-0. So not only did you give up 6 points, you gave all the momentum to the other team, and they just shellacked the hell out of you. So, like I said, if you're a Broncos fan, you're happy, but this team is far from perfect. Like, the game plan that the Colts had was actually pretty good. They were dominating. They were on top. Then they just, became idiots. And Anthony Richardson can't throw the ball. If you're the Colts, you can't play from behind because Anthony Richardson is never going to catch up.
He gets tired. He needs a break.
Yeah, so, if you're a Broncos fan, or specifically if you're Chuck, you're happy for the W, but your team is not
Gotta work on those picks, bro.
as great as you would want it to be. But they're ahead of schedule. Good on you guys. I mean, the betting odds had the Broncos only having 5 wins. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Now they're the 6th seed in the playoff picture for the AFC. So good on you guys. Congratulations.
Ooh, Sandman saying here a couple things. Alvin Kamara got hurt. Ew, that sucks.
Okay.
Also found out he's younger than me. Goddamn.
Uh-huh.
Miami can't beat anyone above a 500 record. Unfortunately, it seems like neither can our team. Richardson reminds me of a young Jameis. Ooh. He's not as blind.
No way. Anthony Richardson can run. Like, he's a physical threat. And when they were running the ball, the game was fine. The game was under control when they were running the ball. The issue was when they had to make him throw. He reminds me a lot more closer to Tim Tebow. Like, he can run, but he can't throw the ball. Can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Also, young Jameis Winston was the most exciting football player to ever live. You never knew who that ball was going to. It was exciting every time he slung that thing.
Exactly. Next on the wildest game of the weekend, the freaking Buffalo Bills surviving, slacking, dominant. I don't even know. The Detroit Lions just kicking the crap out of them.
I'm not surprised by the score at all.
48-42. Holy shit. Again, look at the freaking uniform for the Lions. That's just so freaking cool.
I love it.
It's called like Midnight Detroit Muscle or something. I don't know, but it looks awesome. You know what also looks awesome, or who? This man right here, Josh Allen. 23 out of 34, 362 yards, 2 TDs, plus 11 runs, 68 yards, and 2 TDs.
Damn, he kind of fell off.
First player to go back-to-back games with at least 2 TDs passing and 2 TDs rushing. This man is making history. No picks in both games, by the way. Over 400 yards in 2 back-to-back games. I don't think, like...
And you know what? I think his statistics from last week went down.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's much room for debate at this point who the MVP is. It has to be Josh Allen.
Oh, for sure. I think I called it last week.
Like Saquon Barkley has been phenomenal. Lamar Jackson has been phenomenal. Josh Allen is making history.
Josh Allen is the Buffalo Bills.
And he's making history.
He's Buffalo Allen.
Yes. So,
he's the best quarterback in New York.
Other than that, what else can we say? The Buffalo Bills need to get their defense better, but against the Lions, offense, I get it. Dan Campbell, odd decision making, but I get it. Listen, I talk to a Lions fan regularly. He's like, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
You live by the Campbell, you die by the Campbell.
I understand his decisions because he doesn't trust his defense because everybody's injured. And oh, by the way, things got worse.
The Lions are falling.
In this game, season-ending injuries. Running back, David Montgomery, knee. That one hurts.
Yeah.
They lost knuckles. Defensive tackle, Aleem McNeil, knee, out for the season. Cornerback, Khalil Dorsey, broken leg or something. And then cornerback Carlton Davis broke his jaw.
Fuck it. Sure.
I've never heard of a broken jaw happening in football, but he's out indefinitely. So brutal that this is happening to the Lions because they're playing such good ball and they're feisty and they've been fun to watch. They've been exciting to watch. It sucks that they might lose the best opportunity they've had to win a Super Bowl because of BS like this. But
I mean,
the football gods are cruel.
and you kind of had to assume it just based on how freaking physical they are, and they always go 110.
Yeah.
And the problem is the seasons are getting longer and longer. It's more of a marathon.
Yeah.
It sucks, man.
Also, dude,
I really hope they manage to get some guys back before the playoffs.
Some injuries were just plain unlucky. Like the Hutchinson one. Dude broke his leg with a teammate.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you break a jaw in a football game?
I didn't do it.
I know. So it sucks for them. Fortunately, their offense is still pretty good. I mean, losing Montgomery does suck, but the defense is the problem there. Definitely.
Also, Sandman making a good point. Allen is the only QB in New York. This is correct.
That is correct. Yeah, that is a fact. That boy's speaking facts.
Hard facts. Now.
Next, the other game that was a potential Super Bowl preview, hopefully not. The Steelers losing to the Philadelphia Eagles 13-27. So what was the chatter going into this game? What happened to the Eagles passing game? Well, Jalen Hurts shut that up real quick.
Yeah.
25 out of 32, 290 yards, 2 TDs, plus 15 runs, 45 yards, 1 TD. AJ Brown caught a touchdown. D. Smith got a touchdown. So I think people are happy right now in Philadelphia. I think they're straight up having a good time. Their defense looking pretty good. Oh, and on the flip side, TJ Watt got injured. So it looks, they're optimistic that he'll be able to play this Saturday, but look at that face. That don't look too good.
Yeah, he's doing the face I did.
Honestly, going up against I get that game counts a lot. A lot. But do you rest him and then go up against the Chiefs? Do you risk him? Because the Ravens are going to be a physical team. That's going to be a physical matchup.
And they didn't have much of a challenge this week, so.
I don't know what you do. But, strangely enough, on a losing game, they clinched their playoff berth. So good
Suffering
on them.
from success?
Yeah, and this is because the Chargers lost. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals visiting the New England Patriots, if I'm not mistaken.
Who cares?
Actually, you know what? You're right. Doesn't matter. 17-30, beating them. James Conner looking pretty good. So if you had him in your fantasy, you had a pretty good day. 138 total yards, 2 TDs. Good on him. That's the only thing that really matters from this game. I don't want to waste.
Congrats
my
to
breath.
the Cards.
Yeah, and congrats to the Patriots for tanking.
Good job.
You're doing well.
This is how you do it.
Keep it up. Next,
Can we skip this one?
Chargers losing 17-40 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, Mike Evans, that boy good. 9 receptions, 159 yards, 2 TDs. Bucky Irving, that rookie good. 15 runs for 117 yards. The Buccaneers ran for 223 total rush yards. The Chargers had 32 total rush yards. So,
our defense is fake, isn't it?
what the fuck happened there? Listen,
We're frauds, aren't we?
let me explain.
Should I bring out the clown makeup yet?
So, I mean, not yet. So, here's kind of what was going on. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a new offensive coordinator, and he's turning out to be kind of like this boy genius. The Chargers have a new defensive coordinator, and he's turning out to be a boy genius, right? So, the difference between the two is that one has elite players, the other one has a bunch of nobodies. So when you get two upcoming talents head to head and one has elite talent and the other one doesn't, it kind of becomes a problem. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a really great O-line. We did not have our best run stopper, who is Denzel Perryman. That's the 2 games that Denzel Perryman has missed and that we go up against really good rushers, except Bijan Robinson. What the hell happened?
Oh, the camera does that sometimes. We good.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So except Bijan Robinson, because the Falcons don't have a great O-line, they've gotten their asses kicked because they can just get up to the second level like it's nothing. We need Denzel Perryman back bad. Here's the problem with the Chargers. And again, playing with a bunch of nobodies who are playing out of their level. We're kind of a team that's in the way. Now, A team that's in the way basically filters out all the bad teams from the good teams, meaning that you're probably going to lose against good teams, but you're going to kick the ass out of bad teams. That's not a bad place to be in the NFL, especially in a rebuild year, especially when you already have a QB. The problem here is that you need to play a perfect game if you're going to beat the good teams. You can beat them. It's the NFL, any given Sunday. You need to play a perfect game, and the Chargers did not. They looked sloppy. There was a lot of dumb mistakes. Like there was a punt where they just hit the guy before he even caught the ball. There was just dumb.
It was like
mental
half a second off.
It was dumb mental mistakes. Now, if you want us to look at the bright side, like I tend to do about certain things, especially in a rebuild year, getting your ass kicked would suck generally, but getting your ass kicked by a team that's not in your conference is not a bad thing. All right, this loss does not hurt as much as an in-conference loss. It does not hurt as much as a divisional loss. Again, not a conference team. Teams tend to be built, and you draft players to beat first the guys in your own division, second the teams in your own conference. So getting beat by an out-of-conference team, they're built different. They're built for other stuff. There's no other team like the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a great team. They're an elite team if they had Godwin in there, but they've gotten healthy at the right time. They're rookies. They're starting to pick up momentum. Baker looks way more comfortable. The O-line's starting to look a lot better, so they're getting hot at the right time, and they could be reaching elite status. So bad matchup. There's no what other team would you even compare to the Buccaneers that has that level of run game, that level of pass threats, and that good of a defense? Because Bengals may be in the offense, but no way, they don't have the defense.
They ain't got a defense.
Exactly. So,
I mean, I agree the Bucs are a good team.
the problem
Just
was
felt really winnable, dude.
the problem is that for the Chargers, forget about it being a bad matchup. Forget about injuries and all this stuff. The issue is that the Chargers are kind of a one-dimensional team right now. Like most teams, what most defensive coordinators are saying, all right, we're going to stop your
Dobbins,
run.
dude.
Yeah, we're going to stop your run. Because if we stop your run, we're not afraid. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to rush your QB. By the way, they blitz like crazy. And because your QB's injured right now. Can't move. His legs hurt. Also, dirty freaking hit. One of the first QB hits, they went for his ankle. It's one of those things where you're like, motherfuckers. Was it an accident? Maybe. Did they do it on purpose? Who knows? But anyway.
It's one of those like, was it an accident? Maybe. Did they do it on purpose? Yes.
So it's one of those things like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went there saying, we're going to stop the run. And we're going to pressure the QB like crazy because we're not afraid of your wide receiver.
We know you're missing guys on your O-line.
We're not afraid. First off, we know that your interior line sucks. Like, one of the good things about a loss is that you can start seeing what you need for next year. They need a center. They need guards. And
we need hands.
They need a tight end. They need a running back probably because I don't know what happened to Gus Edwards and Kimani Vidal. They haven't done squat. Because J.K. Dobbins used to break tackles and get yards. Mm-hmm. So, anyway.
I miss that boy. He good.
They need a wide receiver. They need a lot of stuff. Fortunately,
that smart guy was okay, actually.
Until he fumbled the ball at the end of the game.
The game was done at that point. Who cares?
Anyway. They fortunately next season they have money to play with, and they're probably gonna not re-sign a bunch of guys, which will probably give them comp picks. So again, rebuilding year. It's fine. They're playing above their league, and right now, if they go up against the Chiefs, I like our odds. Because come playoff time, well, it's a team that they're not afraid of. And come playoff time, maybe we get J.K. Dobbins back. Maybe Herbert's leg is better. So
what I'm worried about is we're probably going to be the last, at the bottom of the playoffs.
That would be the Chiefs. Probably. It's either...
I think it's going to be the Bills.
I don't want to go against the Bills.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to go against the Bills. Hey, that's an ass kicking. That's a grade A ass whooping.
Oh, lordy.
Listen, I'll take the Steelers I'll take the Chiefs. Anybody else, please, God, no.
I mean, kind of scared of the Broncos.
I'm not that scared of the Broncos.
Honestly, I'm not too afraid of any division rival just because
It's a division rival.
it's a division rival.
It's literally
it's
a coin
always,
flip.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, and also not the Ravens. I don't want that.
uh,
I don't want it.
okay, fair enough.
I'm not a big fan.
Fair enough. Yeah, so
I want to pull a Steelers and somehow bullshit our way to a Super Bowl. That's what I want.
fair enough. Imagine the Super Bowl's against the Bucks. Come on.
Just a couple comments. Surprised about the Chargers score. To be honest, I stopped watching when the Chargers were up 17-10. Those were good times.
Well, I mean, try to remember the game. Look at how the game started. They were throwing the ball to Latin McConkey. They were moving the ball because they were stopping the run, but they were moving the ball. Everything was going great, right? They managed to score a couple times. One of them was a short field. Then the Bucks were like, all right, fine, take away McConkey. We're going to double team that kid because we're not afraid of anybody else. QJ managed to make them pay for one, but that was pretty much it. And Herbert got hit 13 times. A lot of those kind of late. There was one bullshit roughing the passer for Baker. There was one bullshit for.
I think it was because he went a little high with
But
his.
he hit him flat on the chest. Like I was there. I saw the freaking replay immediately, and the one on Herbert, there was like on third down when the game was still kind of not out of reach, that they just hit him late. Also, the Bucks, they were pretty clever on defense. I've seen a few videos of like a pass rusher pretending to go away. They did it on Joe Alt's side. So he pretended to go back to coverage. So Joe Alt turns around to help the guard, and then the defensive player stops on a dime and just goes and hits Herbert. So it's one of those things like, man, you're still a rookie.
Yeah.
You've been playing great. He's been playing great.
He broke his ankles.
But he's still a rookie. Again, the Bucks are a good team. And they're getting healthy and they're getting hot at the right time. So that's kind of a good formula for the Bucks. They're currently in the third seed. So
I think they'll stay there.
yeah, definitely.
And also Chuck saying, no clown makeup. You guys played well this season. Well, the clown makeup was because we lost in Clown Town in the playoffs. So
Yeah, of
I don't
course.
think that's happening.
Hopefully not. No.
But my Broncos have something to prove. Nothing personal, but the Broncos need the win. And he says, what he says? Oh, he says, don't worry, guys. After we beat you, we will take care of the Chiefs. I mean, if you beat us, then yeah, at least take care of the Chiefs.
Well, no. I mean, if the Chargers beat you, you'll have more incentive to beat the Chiefs, right? We want to give you that incentive. We want to give you the motivation. We want to give you the power. So, lose. Yeah, I mean, based on the first matchup between the Chargers and the Broncos, not too worried. But again, we'll wait. We'll wait to break down the game because again, we might find out Justin Herbert ain't playing on Thursday. What? So that's one of the big reasons why we decided to break this up and to make our predictions closer to the start of the games. Because honestly, it sucked making predictions and all of a sudden, guess who ain't playing? God damn it.
also,
Salvage.
2 videos is more clicks.
We're going to get the most rage baitiest title for the next one. We got to. We have to.
Million views.
Exactly. Like, what do you like? Is the NFL racist?
Travis Kelce dead.
Travis Kelce died. I don't know. Joe Burrow died.
His
hair blonde.
Yeah, that's good. That was good.
Anyway, let's continue. Green Bay Packers shellacking the Seattle Seahawks. Big headline from this game. Geno Smith injured. He also got sacked 7 times and threw 2 picks. But he left the game with a knee injury. Supposedly, he's going to play against the Vikings. Kind of needs it if they want to keep their season alive. I don't see them keeping it alive.
I think the Rams are going to take that one.
On the other side of the field, Josh Jacobs, that boy good.
Good
That
for the
boy
freaking Packers, dude.
Runs angry. 26, 94 yards, 1 TD, 136 total yards. Good for him, too.
Yeah.
Like, so, especially, and you know what? Good for the people who have him in their fantasy lineup.
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah. Congrats. yeah.
Next, we have the Vikings beating down the Chicago Bears. This game was weird, man. Because, first off, I don't like the Vikings uniform. I don't like the white helmet. I don't like anything about it. It looks stupid.
There's nothing about it.
It's just purple lines. I did not like it. This game was actually closer than you would think. The Bears were just stupid. Like, they were in field goal range several times. They just didn't want to go kick a field goal. They went for it on 4th down several times. It was weird.
I feel like the last couple of seasons have, you know how they always say, you know, statistically it's better to go on at it for it on 4th.
They're stupid.
I think these last 2 seasons are adjusting that statistic back to where we thought it was.
No. The Lions are keeping the balance. Because they're very successful when they do it.
But we are not.
Exactly. So honestly, big news from this game. Chicago's officially out, and the Vikings have officially clinched. However, that happened even before the game started.
Is he doing a tombstone pile driver?
No, this was the White Chicks celebration.
Oh.
They did the White Chicks dance. So
Nice.
it makes me like them a little bit better, but after seeing the new uniforms, it's like, ugh, I take it back. The other Monday night game,
There was another. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Falcons against the Raiders.
That has to be scoregami.
Gross, disgusting. 16 to 9. Boring ass game. Actually, the final quarter was fine, and because that's the only thing that I watched, because that's when the Vikings game ended. The Raiders made it close. Like, they were actually moving down the field. They threw 2 Hail Marys, failed on both. So good for the Raiders for tanking, bad for them for trying not to tank. I think that would be the best way to describe it. What are you reading?
Oh, I'm trying to see some comments. Chuck saying, "Hey guys, when the Broncos beat the Chargers, I'll make sure to remind you every day until the Super Bowl." Well, I mean, you would earn that, yeah.
You mean when we see the Bills play the Eagles or the Bucks?
Well, that would be a weird flex of that week, but yes.
Yeah,
And also-
he's gonna keep saying it like, "Oh yeah, the Broncos beat you in week 16." It's like, yeah, well, we beat you in week 7, so what's the point? We're even, guy.
I like Just Far's comment. I'm surprised Brandon Staley didn't ruin that going on 4th stat all by himself.
Oh, well, actually, yesterday, I don't know if you know this, is the anniversary of Brandon Staley getting his ass fired.
Oh, man.
December 15, national holiday for us Chargers fans.
Gotta love it. And also a headline. Burrow foils home robbery during Christmas time after being left home alone.
Dude, that was wild. The whole Joe Burrow situation is wild. Like, they robbed the man's house. I believe he lost the football game, or he didn't play well because he threw like a pick, fumbled. He had a bad football game. They outed his lesbian live-in assistant, maybe girlfriend. And they stole a bunch of costumes apparently. Like
Not the costumes. Everything else is fine.
so now it's like, this Joe Burrow's a cosplayer? What?
Key to the freaky deaky.
What?
Joe, a furry?
What?
You a furry man? You dressing up like a Bengal tiger?
Hey, actually, that'd be pretty cool. So it was, let's just say it was bizarre. It was bizarre.
He's had a strange week.
However, if you check out the current playoff pictures, since there's no more games, clinched. We got the Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, and Texans in the AFC. In the NFC, we got the Lions, Eagles, and Vikings. That, interestingly enough, in the AFC is the 1, 2, 3, 4 seed. In the NFC, it's the 1, 2, and 5. Because the Vikings are right there, man. Right there. You have 3.
One game away.
No. You have 3 12-2 teams.
Do the Vikings control their destiny? I think so.
If they beat the Lions, I don't know. They lost one against the Rams, so that's a conference loss.
No, but
Let me check the Vikings schedule. What was the other loss?
I think the Packers beat the Vikings, but the Lions beat the Packers twice.
No, they lost against the Lions, and then they lost again. So they lost against the Lions, and then they lost against the Rams, and that's it. Those are the 2 losses. So they have 2 conference losses. However, the Lions lost against the Bucks, and they lost against the Bills, so it's only one conference loss. That's why they're on top.
But if if they beat them, then what's gonna happen? The Lions still have the tiebreaker.
Well, first off, the Eagles I think will be on top. Cause let me see, who did the Eagles lose to?
It was something stupid. Was it the Bucks? No, the Bucks beat the Lions.
Yeah, no, dude, the Bucks looked unstoppable there for a minute until they, the Rams just shellacked them. So they lost against the Bucks.
No.
Dude, the Bucks might end up being the 1 seed. It's impossible. No,
So
mathematically.
my dad and I were actually looking at the Chargers games, like the strength of schedule, and be like, oh shit, we've only beat bad teams and we lost against good teams.
And they lost against the Falcons, so that's 2 conference losses.
So maybe
that's why the Lions are on top.
maybe the Buccaneers are the opposite, where they only beat good teams.
Now, listen, I wouldn't say that the Chargers only beat bad teams. Because again, they beat the Falcons when they were the top of their division. They beat the Broncos.
Broncos weren't what they are now.
Fair enough.
Saints.
I mean, they've lost against Chiefs, Ravens, Bucks, who I would argue, Chiefs twice, so those is 4 losses, who I would argue all elite teams. The Cardinals, that was bizarre. And what's the other loss? Because they've lost 6 times.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? It was recent.
I don't know. I blocked it out.
Steelers.
Oh, we lost Steelers. Yeah.
Well, again, but they lost who they lost their tackles. They lost. Justin Herbert got injured. So
I'm not saying there's no excuses I can't make. I'm just saying.
fair enough. Next, let's see the playoff picture. Who's in the hunt? In the AFC, I think it's pretty much a done deal. You got the Ravens at 9-5, Broncos at 9-5, Chargers at 8-6. On the outside looking in, you got the Colts at 6-8, Dolphins 6-8, Bengals 6-8. So it's a
Bengals odds went up.
The Bengals odds went up, but unfortunately, for them, the Chargers have the tiebreaker with them, and I think the Broncos do too. Let me check that real quick.
Do they play already?
I don't know. They're gonna play.
That'll be interesting.
That'll be an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, they play right after. Ooh, Chargers, Bengals, Chiefs. That's
So this is what sucks for the Bengals. So the Bengals are at 6-8. Broncos are 9-5. So the Bengals need, if they win out, I think they have the tiebreaker against the Broncos, right? Because they would both be at 9. Okay, so they would reach 9, and the Broncos would have to lose out. So if the Broncos lose out and the Bengals win out, they're good. On the other hand, for the
which we can contribute to that.
Of course. The Chargers, they are 2.5 games up. So if the Chargers win 1, I think that's pretty much the end for the Bengals. And the Chargers go up against.
You said they have to lose out?
No, Chargers need to win 1 game. And what do you mean?
Well, you said the Broncos have to lose out for the Bengals to be in.
Exactly.
How are the Broncos going to lose out and the Chargers going to lose?
I'm giving you the scenarios.
Okay.
So the Chargers only need to beat 1 team, and they have the Raiders and the Patriots in their schedule. So the Broncos have the harder schedule. The better odds for the Bengals is against the Broncos, and it all starts Thursday night. I think I'm starting to see what Chuck meant, that they need a little bit more. But, F you.
We're still division rivals. Sorry.
On the other hand, the Colts and the Dolphins, I guess the Colts have a better shot against the Chargers because there's no direct tiebreaker there. But I'm pretty sure the Colts have more conference losses, so that's going to hurt them. And more divisional losses, which is going to hurt them. Dolphins, pretty much the same thing. So, yeah.
Out of all of them, I like the Bengals the best. But I think the AFC stays as it is.
I hope so. I honestly, I hope that the Chargers stay as the 7th seed because the odds of going up against the Chiefs, I think, are...
You think the Chiefs lose too?
Dude, the Chiefs have a short week against the Texans, a short week against the Steelers, like a really short week. And then they close out the season against the Broncos, who may be playing for their playoff hopes.
But the Chiefs are bullshit.
I get it, but Mahomes is injured. It's three really tough defenses.
I do think the Bills.
And the Broncos should have beat them last time in Arrowhead.
Yeah, and I think the Bills are actually going to win out because I think they have a relatively easy schedule, right?
Yeah, this was the hardest game by far. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills...
I think they got the Jets and the Patriots twice.
Well, the Jets are starting to look a little bit better. But yeah, they got the Patriots, the Jets, and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Divisional games, not always a guarantee. But I really hope it's the Chiefs, man. I don't think they're going to make it up to the 5 seed, which would be the Texans, which is probably the most beatable out of those teams. And since it's probably not going to be the Texans, I want it to be the Chiefs. Like, I'd rather it be the Chiefs than the Bills, and I'd rather be the Steelers than the Bills.
I would prefer the Chiefs. That being said, it would suck to lose to them 3 times. But we won't.
We hope we won't.
Also, I do appreciate the Sandman. It says, Eric, since you like scoregami, that Bills-Lions game score had never been seen before Sunday. 48-42.
Nice. Oh, let's check out the NFC side of things. Like we said, Lions, Eagles, and Vikings have clinched. It's not clear who's going to be the 1 seed because
What a
all
conference,
those
man.
are 12-2, or maybe just everybody else sucks. Or they're really closer together. Next, we have the Buccaneers at 3, Rams at 4, Packers at 6, and Commanders at 7. So Bucks 8-6, Rams 8-6, Packers 10-4, Commanders 9-5. On the outside looking in, there's the Seahawks 8-6, Cardinals 7-7, Falcons 6-8, 49ers, Cowboys 6-8, and Saints 5-9. So the NFC side, I think it's going to also stay as is. Let me check out the Bucs schedule because I think it was pretty easy at the end of the year. Yeah. Buccaneers, they got Cowboys, Panthers, Saints.
They should win
It's
out.
divisional games. They're always a coin toss, but they should win those. The Cowboys, are they starting to get better? Listen, the way that
The
they
Cowboys, you know what it is? The Cowboys play wrong. Okay? That's what they do. They should be losing now. So they're going to start looking pretty damn good and start winning some games they shouldn't be.
So they might win this one.
Yeah. The Cowboys play wrong.
Fair enough. The Rams, on the other hand, their schedule was not as difficult either. Let me see. Jets, Cardinals, Seahawks. So it's not that easy now that I look at it.
2 rivals.
Cardinals are still alive.
They're all alive.
Technically.
Not the Jets, but.
No. Packers 10-4. Dude, that sucks for the Packers. 10-4 and you're the 6th seed.
It's a fucking hell of a division, dude.
It's a hell of a division. What the hell is wrong with the camera?
I don't know. It might be overheating. Maybe the cable. I don't know.
All right, we might need to change the battery or something. But all right, so
Plugged in. Whatever.
anyway, that's it. Those were the games of this week. Recap. Is there anything that I'm missing?
I don't think so. If we get any other news of injuries or some just fun stuff, we can pick those up on Wednesday for our
will.
Wednesday show.
Exactly.
Predictions.
So, as always, comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. Eric, do you want to shout out anything?
I want to shout out Chuck Dominguez. Chuck, I love you. But your donkeys are going down because I'm unstable. I've gone delusional. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
Unstable. Is that a Broncos pun?
It is now.
As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.